8-6 on the season, 3-4 in conference play. Talk about this past weekend and the way your team performed.
Well, I feel like it was a good weekend. Losing in 5 sets against West Alabama on Friday night was tough because I felt like we played pretty well. But they're a good team, and they made some adjustments the last couple of sets. And, we kind of controlled the match for 2 sets, solid, sets 2 and 3, and did a really good job. And the last 2 sets were competitive, and we had chances to get over the hump and just couldn't quite do it. And so I felt like we played well, we played hard, and West Alabama just did a good job in those last 2 sets and pulled it out. And then Saturday we came back against Mississippi College, and I felt like that was a fun match to watch. Lots of long points and great effort plays, and really competitive match. They're, like I said last week, they're much improved, and they played 5 sets the night before Valdosta. Last night they went 5 sets with West Alabama. So, you can see, not so much in their record yet, but in the way that they're playing and competing, that's a much improved team. And so it was fun. It's 2 teams that are playing some pretty good volleyball that competed well, and we were definitely excited to come out on top in that one.
McKenna Warden sets and ties a career number for herself, a personal number, 19 kills in both matches this past weekend. Talk about her and her progression through the year so far.
Yeah, that was really good to see. To get 19 kills out of McKenna both days, because we put a lot on her. She plays 6 rotations, and she passes and serve receive, and plays defense, hits a tough jump serve, and so she's pretty much always having to expend a lot of energy and effort to do all those things. And so we felt like she had a good chance to be productive against West Alabama on Friday night, and she was. And then Saturday, I was a little bit concerned about some fatigue starting to set in after we played the long match, and she had so many hitting attempts, and her serving was key for us too. And so we gave her a little short break there in the back row one time, and I think that helped some, and she came back and just played really well. And she's got a great arm. She hits a lot of smart shots, and she puts a lot of pace on the ball, and she just got a lot of talent as a hitter. And it was a great weekend for McKenna. I hope she can keep that up.
JoJo Webb returning to her old form, 16 kills against West Alabama, and then again 12 against Mississippi College. Talk about what that meant. And West Alabama was a good team, as you said, and to have two players like McKenna and JoJo step up like that.
Yeah, JoJo was really good, and West Alabama is a very good team. They're a little smaller on their right side, the block. The players there are good players, but they're smaller. And we did feel like McKenna and JoJo could have some success over there with the smaller block. And then they did. But then, they came back on Saturday. Mississippi College is a little bigger on the right side than West Alabama, and they continued that success. And so, yeah, it was really good to see JoJo play that well. She's so athletic, and there are a lot of blockers that she rises up above, and so she had a great weekend. And if we have 2 outside hitters play that well consistently, then we're going to be a successful team.
You and I spoke just after the match the other day, and we talked about the blocking that we had. We had several players with we had 2 with 7 blocks and 1 with 5. Talk about your team at the net.
Yeah, those plays were really big. We almost won the Friday night match. We did win the Saturday match, and I felt like there were some times when Mississippi College was making a run and threatening to catch us and maybe have a shot to win a key set. And it seemed like we always came up with a big block at those times, either Nia or Kaylin. Like you said, they both had 7, and then Faith played, not even the whole match, and she had 5 block assists. And so, yeah, those plays were really big, and that's really just effort, just playing really hard and never giving up. And a lot of times as a blocker, you play hard and you don't get rewarded for it. But if you just play hard all the time, then you're going to eventually get some, and I think that's what happened.
Talk about the play of Emily Harris and her in the passing game, especially against West Alabama. The first set, Madison Cooler from West Alabama had several aces. I believe it was 4, and had a really, really big serve. But they targeted Emily mostly in that match, and she really, really rose to the occasion after that.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. A lot of people probably may not notice that part of the game as well, and there's no good stat for it. And Emily was a rock. She was, not just on Friday night with those serves by Cooler, which were, missiles. She hits the ball so hard. And, Emily passed them almost perfectly time after time. And Anna Metzler also passed a few of those really well. So that was important for us in that match because, Cooler didn't miss many that night. Some nights, you hit a hard, high-risk serve like that, and you're going to make multiple errors, and she really didn't do that. And so there was potential there for her to score a lot of points, and she did in the first set, but after that she did not, and that was because of Anna and Emily. And then on Saturday, Emily was even better. She was by far our best serve receive passer on Saturday, and she took tough serves on Saturday too. She's passing tough serves really well, so she was as important as anybody on the weekend in our success, I think.
All right, switching gears, going to this week. You got Christian Brothers and Union coming in, two solid opponents, Gulf South Conference opponents. What are your expectations? What do you see coming in?
Well, these are two big matches. Christian Brothers has a good team. They're one of those teams that have lost some close matches, and their record maybe doesn't reflect their quality. And they have the Gulf South Conference kills leader, a player that's had, close to 30 kills. She's had 25 to 30. I think she had 32 one match.
33 last past
33.
weekend.
That's just amazing, and we get excited for a player getting half that, and she's up there close to 30 a lot. And so, she's outstanding. And then they've got a freshman middle hitter that's leading the conference by a wide margin in hitting percentage and is 7th in kills. It's hard to get that many kills at that efficient a level, especially for a freshman. So those are two really impressive players. And they've got some experienced players around them that are good players too. So, I think they've had some tough luck and lost some really tight ones. But they're a team that I could easily see making a run here at the end, the second half of the conference season and getting into the conference tournament. So for us to have a chance to do that, it's a match that's real important for us. And Union's the same way. Their record's not as good as their team either. We in the past when I've coached against them, they've been a tough team for my teams to beat. We've won in 5 sets multiple times against them and really close matches, including last year. And they have some players that are going to present some matchup challenges for us. And so, I think both matches are going to be very competitive and probably nip and tuck, tight matches, just like we had this past weekend. And we really need to play well and do our best to get a couple of wins if we want to get in the conference tournament.
Thursday night and Friday night, 6 p.m. for both matches. Is there anything different? Will they be a little bit more rested, given that they've got about 4 extra hours than they normally would have on a Friday-Saturday match?
Yeah, that'll be the case for both teams, and so I think both teams will probably come in feeling good and energetic, and that may add to the quality of the match on both sides. But it'll be exciting to play, two night matches, back-to-back days here at home, and we gave our team Monday off and try not to go too hard because it's four tough matches in a week, and so we're trying to make sure that we're fresh and ready to play our best.
Well, good luck and go Wolves.
Thank you.